Hey guys, welcome to More Owl Fishing. Today I want to talk about a few things concerning me and who I am. But first, I want to go out and try to catch some fish on this cold 36-degree day. See you when we come back. And we're back. Man, it is a blisteringly cold wind chill today. It just cut through every single layer that I have. And I apologize if there's noise, but that's my heater going on full blast. I went out and tried to throw a Chopo style bait on top water. I didn't think it was going to work well, but I gave it a shot because I wanted to see how the fish would react on this type of day with a little bit of drizzle, a little bit of top water. I wanted to see if it worked. Didn't quite pan out. Then I switched to a jerkbait again. Didn't quite pan out. Didn't get any hits. And then I switched back to the old reliable wacky rig. And I got two fish to hit it, but I missed the hook set. And then I got one all the way to shore and the hooks popped out. So I think what I'm going to do in the future is swap out my hooks and try something a little different. I'll give you a video later on what I'm using, how I'm using it. But for now, the point of this channel is simply just to have you guys follow along with me as I make my way up to trying to be a professional angler and make the Bassmaster Classic. I thought about this video idea while I was driving one day. And I thought, oh, I'm going to make a YouTube channel. Let's do it. And I'm not a big YouTube guy. I don't like getting in front of a camera, so this is all new to me. So just bear with me. I'm just going in stride here. But I noticed at home when I was swiping through videos that I don't see very many just follow along videos with me on this one to see what my experiences are, how I'm feeling at the moment, things I have to do to make it now as a 33-year-old guy who's just getting into bass fishing big time. Where do I go to make it? So to start this all off, let me get you where I'm at and where I've been. So I started bass fishing in 2019. I literally caught my first bass in 2019. And I fell in love with it immediately. I love this style of fishing. I'm up, I'm moving around, I'm chasing the fish. I love it. And I did that for about a year. Of just going out every weekend. I'd just go out, cast out, catch fish because I enjoyed it. And I've noticed they always got a little bigger. I always caught little fish more consistently as I did. But I realized I was losing lures like crazy, so I kept watching videos and learning and getting better and saving lures more and saving money and learning new techniques. And before I knew it, I was catching fish that some people around me who've been fishing a long time were like, that's a monster fish, bud. And I was like, whoa, okay. So maybe I'm okay at this. It was a heck of an ego boost. And then people were talking about fishing tournaments. And I was really considering that at the time, but I couldn't find any tournaments that for guys who didn't have boats. Not around my area. And then in 2020, we all know 2020 and remember it well, the only tournaments that were going on were online. So I went out and I applied to one and gave it a shot. Just take a picture of your fish and send it in. And I did pretty good on those. I got top 10 on a nationwide tournament one time. Of course, that didn't give me any winnings on that tournament, but it was still a top 10. So I was like, dude, I beat all 200 of these guys. think I can make a run at this. I think I can do this. And so I did a few more, and we had one where nobody caught anything. Nobody even uploaded a fish. And we were one of them. It was just rough. And it was in the dead middle of winter, and it was just rough. And at this point in time, I knew nothing about fishing in the winter. Nothing. I was still trying to power fish as fast as possible, and catch as many fish as I possibly could. But after that was my last tournament, and then I went away for a year with the military to do some work and overseas. And the whole time I was there, I was like, I'm gonna save money. I'm gonna buy a boat so I can do in-boat tournaments, even though I have very minimal boating experience. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Let's get me a boat and let's go. I ended up buying a boat, and then shortly after that, we found a tournament circuit that was kind of local that did big tournaments that actually had a decent pot. And they were all in lakes in Missouri. So I saved up as much money from deployment as I could to get myself in there. And then the moment we got back in June, I picked the boat up, got it registered, did small maintenance on the boat, got it hooked up to a truck, we went. And I got to tell you, that first time showing up to a tournament with boats, and you see guys there with brand new 2020s or 2021 boats with power poles in the back, and all you got is this 1986 Bass Tracker TX 170 with a 25 horsepower and only one fish finder on the boat, and just bare minimum cloth and bare minimum lures. It's daunting. You feel like you are majorly outclassed. Like there's no way you can compete. Like just looking at the competition, you feel so out of place. You're just there like, I'm just happy I'm here, man. You know? And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was daunting. I had no hopes of winning when I showed up. None. And I was like, why am I even here wasting my time? I'm gonna get completely slammed. But I pushed through, and my only resolve on that whole tournament was, don't get skunked. That was my goal. Catch a fish, log one. That's my goal. And we ended up going in and catching three fish all day, which was way better than what I wanted, was my minimum goal. But unfortunately, because of our inexperience at the time, me and my buddy, we didn't understand just how often we needed to cycle the water out of the boat, out of the live well, and we ended up killing 2 fish, and that put a huge dent on where we placed, and we placed way towards the bottom, but we still did good. We still beat a couple anglers, which at that low level, being above other people is just reassuring, and that's exactly what you need to keep in your head, is those little victories add up over time. And we did 6 more throughout the season. 6 more tournaments throughout the season, and one of them being the championship that we ended up qualifying for, which to me was amazing. But we never got above 4th place, and we got a lot of, in every tournament we placed in the top 10 out of 28 boats. That right there was awesome to me. I felt like I'm good. And by the final tournament of the season, I'm like, I'm comfortable. I know where I'm at. I'm good. I'm fine. Let's do this, you know? And then now it brings me to where I am now. Now I'm just focused on better angling and catching more fish as fast as possible. And then focusing on size and pattern recognition of these fish, of where they're going, and seasonal and everything like that. And I can tell you that the more you dive into it, the harder it gets to understand the patterns. And then you talk to your non-fishing buddies, and you understand that those guys don't understand exactly where you're coming from when you're diving into these seasonal patterns. And But you just gotta be patient with it because you're taking it to a different level than what they want to take just catching fish to. So be patient. Look at YouTube videos, man. Look at YouTube videos a lot. And don't take everything that they say as law, but take it out and test what they say. Don't take it as law just because a YouTuber said it. Take it out and test it. And that's including me. Just because I say something, I could be wrong. I'm still learning everything. So take it into stride, learn, practice it yourself. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. It doesn't mean it's a bad lure. It just doesn't work for you. And comfort is the biggest thing, man. So keep that in mind. But I got off on a tangent on lures there. Where I'm at now, I'm currently getting the boat rewired, and we're going to try to hook up a few more transducers to the front, and I'm going to try to do a big tournament. Maybe you guys have heard about it. It is the Touring Anglers Association's tournament at Lake Lanier, Georgia. $5,000 entry fee, so this is going to be the biggest tournament I've ever entered into, and with the most money down and the most to lose. I've had a few people say, don't do a tournament that big. I've had others say, keep doing small tournaments for a while. And I've had others say, hey, jump head first in and just do it. And so that's where I'm at now. And I decided there's no reward without risk, right? And if you want to grow quickly, you need to have some risk there. So I jumped straight into it. Everything I'm doing is geared towards that, including the channel. So I don't have a lot of years worth of fishing. So for those guys just trying to get into it, where I'm at now, I'm still way better than where I was in my first tournament. The experience is adding up. I know kind of what I need to do prior to a tournament and what to expect when things go wrong at the tournament and how to handle it better. So the stress is definitely alleviated. So it's going to be a tough road, and I'm hoping you guys are willing to follow along. Follow me on this journey, and I'll upload a video every week indicating where I'm at, what progressions I've made, what happened, what I might have done right or wrong, and if I achieved something or if I lost something or any incidents that happened and how I handled them or who helped me and the avenues that I had going into it and why I chose what I did. So for those trying to come up, this will be a really good indicator of where I'm going, what you need to do to try to make this reality for yourself. And if I fail at the end of this series and I don't get it, well, now we have documented proof of what happens to those who don't. So, hope you guys are willing to follow along, like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.